Hello and welcome. Campbell here from Spiral Up. Thank you for joining me. Hope you're having a fantastic day. And today I wanted to talk about you, you and the power you have and the greatness you have inside of you, and how we all need to start to bring this out, because everything in this reality is based on the torus. And a torus, if you don't know, is like a donut with energy going from the center of the donut to the outside and then back in again. And that's what we are. So the answers are within us. The power is within us, and we need to give that out to the external world. And in the external world, we get information, we get perspectives, and we can bring that in to our internal world. And that gives us, that's where we can start to make choices and get a real perspective, and hone in on what it is we believe and we want to, stand for and we want to become, rather than just following what other people tell us. So let's get into it. Guys, okay, how are you? Now, I've said this many times. You are powerful, guys. We are power. Okay, we don't need, we don't need gurus. We don't need people to follow. We don't need, to have 100 books on our shelves. We don't need to be, going to seminars and webinars, listening to other people all the time. Now, we do need information. Obviously, if we're just relying on what's inside of us, and our own perception of what's going on, then it can be skewed, because we're in a 3D body. We have a physical brain and we have a mind, and that mind has an ego. We've got a program that's been laid over the top of it, and this program in our mind, it wants you to be right. This is the ego, and this is not you. This is the program. And so when you always want to be right, you're going to look out, for answers that confirm what you believe. And anything that doesn't confirm that, you're going to shy away from that. You're not even going to go there. Now, the thing is, you can't learn doing that. You're just going around in circles. You're going around in circles. You're not spiraling up. You're just spiraling round and round and round. And that ultimately will lead to a spiral down, because ultimately you'll understand that you don't have the answers and confusion will set in. And that's, again, if you're looking for the answers outside of you, only outside of you or only inside of you, then there's a problem. Okay, we all know the yin yang. Okay, so in every, you can look at this in different aspects. In every male there's some female, in every female there's some male, but it's also the internal external world. The internal world needs some of that external input for it to work properly, and the same with the outside world. It needs our internal output, because that's the creation of it. And this is, the cycle. The torus is, we get information, we bring it in, and that gives us perspective of what we want, what we want to experience. And that, drives our thoughts. Our thoughts go out into the ether, out into the universe, whatever you want to call it, into that power that is God, that, creates and animates everything. And then that's what it does. It creates and animates your thoughts and brings them back to you, that experience. And this is how it's supposed to work. So we're supposed to be experiencing our own experiences, what we want, with other people, so that we can all, affect each other as far as the information and what we're seeing in our perspective. This is, but that's all it's supposed to be, affecting people as far as telling them to do stuff, and this is the way you must do it. No, it should all just be, that's why I never say anything, definite. I'm not going to tell you, if you do this, this will happen. It's like all these videos you see, oh, do this, and in 12 hours, you'll manifest a Ferrari. It's crap. And we know it's crap. It's lies. Where are all these people with Ferraris that manifested? This is the problem. And people keep following this, because what works for one person is not necessarily going to work for everyone. So if someone follows something and they do something and they're very successful, and then they come to you and say, well, this is how you get successful. You just do what I did. It's not going to work for you because you're not them. It's so simple. You have greatness inside you. You have the answers, guys. It's you. It's you. And if you really want to think about it, it's good to think of concepts. We need to use our mind. We need to use our creative side and get out there into the ether and get out of this physical world all the time. If we're only ever thinking in terms of the physical world, then that's all we can create. All we can create is what's already there. What's already there, that's it. We can only create what's already been created. All right, we're just repeating the cycle. We're not doing anything new. We're not spiraling up. We're just spiraling around and round and round. Okay, so what works for others isn't going to work for you, and what works for you isn't necessarily going to work for others. And this is why I'm not going to sit here and say, do this, do this, do this, and this will happen. I can give you hints. I can give you information, and this is all for you to take in and think about. Does this make sense for me? Does this, how does this, make me feel in my heart, in my mind, in my gut? And then give it a go. If it's things like, the building the shields and that, or different ways that you can think or see things, give it a go. And it may work for you and it may not. Okay, if it works, great, keep going. If it doesn't, discard it, get rid of it. Keep searching for things that will work for you, and you will find them. And it's just something that I've been saying so much, especially recently, is there's too many followers, guys. So we have too many followers and not enough leaders. Now the leaders are out there, but we just need to make ourselves more visible. We need to show now this is happening, but every one of us needs to do what we can. And all that means, guys, is you need to stand in the light. We need to be the radiators, if you want to put it that way, of the light. We can see what's happening. We can see the dark coming in. And so we need to stand in our power. And like I said, this has got nothing to do with telling people what they should do or how they should be. It's got everything to do with you understanding who you are and deciding who you want to be and standing in that power. Okay, now this will change the energy, the frequency, the vibration you give off, and people will pick up on it. Okay, and people want to be like that. It's a good vibration. It feels good. They're going to want to emulate you and be like you, as far as that they're going to want that energy, that confidence, that knowing. And this is the power, guys. The power is not in watching me on videos all day or reading books or any of this stuff. It's in the actions. It's in the doing. It's in getting in the information and then implementing that into your life and seeing if it works. Finding the meditations or the music or whatever that feels good, that works for you. There's so much out there. Just go through it. Keep searching and find what works for you and use that. And then, sure, you can tell other people, I found this and it worked for me. And it may work for them and it may not. And all it becomes is you're passing on information, much different than you telling people what they should and shouldn't do and what's good and bad for them. Because, of course, right, look around. This is what's happening. This is the unveiling. All this stuff we can see now that this has been going on for so long. And now it's in our face. It can't hide anymore. So it's all out there. So everyone is, the masses, should we call them that? The normies, the people, the general population, they're confused. They're confused. I mean, put yourself in their situation. Imagine, going along in your life, you hit 40 or 50, you think the world is, what they tell you it is, just get a job, work, have kids, die. The government's on your side. They're out there, keeping the bad people away. And you believe this, and suddenly 2020 hits. And then 2021 hits. I mean, these people must be freaking out because they have no information in their head that they can relate to what's going on. There's nothing there. So they've got to start from scratch and build. They don't have information like, who the government really are, who they really serve, what money really is, all this kind of stuff. They don't know. So they've got no reference points. So they're confused. So they have to build reference points. And unfortunately, most of them have gone to the news and the MSN and the radio and all this kind of crap. And that's their reference point. So they're starting off with the wrong foundation. So they're confused. I don't know what the hell's going on. So we need to to stand in that power, to be the light, to show them that, guys, you can still be a strong, powerful individual. You can, say no, you can not comply, you can live your life the way you want it to. You just have to do it. And if people see us doing that, then it gives them the power, to do it as well. It gives them the right to make the decision, because again, all these people, they've been raised in the nanny state. They expect someone to tell them what they're supposed to do. What do we do? The world's falling apart. Crap, what do we do? Teacher, politician, tell me what to do. And of course, they will. And then if you follow what a teacher or politician tells you what to do, we know where that leads, right? So these people, this whole, we shouldn't really be calling people sheeple and putting all this out, because every time we speak, we're speaking frequency and intention into the universe. And something I won't get onto it now, but I'm going to get into it in the next video, I think, is this complaining. Complaining has got to stop. It's got to stop. That's speaking to the universe. It's got to stop. All this sort of negative stuff. Understand that you speaking that into the, is becoming part of the big spell. When you speak stuff, everything we speak has an intention and a vibration behind it. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to get the intention and the vibration that's going into the ether. We need to get as much good and as much light in there as we can, because we know how much negativity is going in there. And that's where we really need to combat this, of what we're giving off, what we're being, what we're living, because that's going into the universe. And the more people that are doing that, that's when things shift. Okay, when everyone's, when more than 50%, it's not 50%, it's more like 10, I think. But when a certain amount of people are in the light and giving off a certain intention, things change very quickly. And this is where we're going. This is the shift. This is the 5D. This is the raising the vibration. This is what it is, guys. We're the creators. It's all us deciding to create something different. That's what this is. That's what this change is. Okay, and look around. It's happening. Manifesting is happening faster. This exposure, the lifting of the veil is happening faster. We can see it. We're in, I mean, you could call it the end times. It's the end of the last cycle, but every cycle, in a cycle, an ending is also a beginning. So we're at the beginning. And this is how we can think of things. We can think negatively and think, oh, we're at the ending. Oh, everything's going to fall apart. Negative, right? Or we can think, wow, man, we're at the beginning. Look at this. The old system's crumbling and the new world's emerging. It's intention. How are we going to look? What are we going to put out there into the ether? Because it is important. It's so important. And who are we going to affect by who we are, by how we act, by how we live? We all know, like I said, all these movies and stories of heroes, we love them. Well, be the hero, guys. Be the hero of your own story, because everything you need is inside of you. It is. And this is the big scam. They want you to think that everything and all the answers are outside of you, but they're not. They're inside of you. The information that you can get to build more perspective is outside of you, but the answers are inside of you. So, like I said, collecting, it's all about being autodidactic, right? Collect the information, get as many points of view as you can, and then do the work. Think about them. Daydream. All this stuff we're taught not to do. Daydream. Let your mind and your imagination run wild. See what feels right. Talk to your heart. Ask the universe what's the right way. But basically, just work out what works for you, and then live through that. Step into the person you want to become. Live into the person you want to become, because you are amazing and perfect as you are right now. But this life, this experience, this is all about growing and awareness and being able to see more and getting more perspective, so that we can grow, so that we can go up the ladder, up the vibration ladder, up the frequency ladder, and experience more and more on higher vibrations. That's what it's all about. That's why we're here. So I may have been rambling a little bit. Yeah, guys, that's it. You have the power. Be the power. Decide who you want to be and be it. Be the change you want to see. Walk down the street with that confidence. Be that person. Build your shields So people really, when you walk down the street, they all look at you and go, oh, wow, look at that person. Be that person. Be the hero that you were born to be, guys, because that's who you are. The hero here and now. So believe it, guys, there truly, truly is greatness in you, and the world really, really needs to see it at the moment. We're all pieces of the puzzle, and as I've said before, if we don't all bring out our greatness and our what's inside us into the external world, then we're not going to get the full picture. The puzzle won't get finished. So it's up to all of us to be the change you want to see. So thank you for spending some time with me. I hope you got something from that. Like I said, think, guys, just think about what I've said, mull it over and see what feels right, and walk forward in that power, because you have everything you need inside of you right now. All right. Love you all, and I'll talk to you all on the next upload. Bye for now.